African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 18th of October, 2024. From October 12th to 18th, the armed forces of the Russian Federation carried out 36 group strikes with high-precision weapons, as well as strike unmanned aerial vehicles, which resulted in the destruction of enterprises of the military-industrial complex of Ukraine, energy facilities that provided their work, infrastructure of military airfields, production workshops, and storage sites of unmanned aerial vehicles. In addition, ammunition depots and military technical property, as well as temporary deployment points of the Ukrainian armed forces units, nationalist formations, and foreign mercenaries were hit. Over the course of a week, 48 Ukrainian servicemen surrendered on the contact line. During the week, units of the North Group of Forces continued the operation to destroy the Ukrainian armed forces units in the Kursk region. Airstrikes, drone strikes, and artillery fire have defeated units of a tank, 6 mechanized, 3 airborne assault brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine, a Marine brigade, 5 territorial defense brigades, and 2 National Guard brigades. In the Vovchansk and Lipsov directions, units of a motorized infantry, ranger, airborne assault brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine, 2 territorial defense brigades, and a National Guard brigade have been defeated. Over the past week, in the area of responsibility of the North Group of Forces, the enemy's losses amounted to over 2,745 servicemen, 23 tanks, including 2 Leopard tanks made in Germany, 69 armored combat vehicles, including a Bradley infantry fighting vehicle made in the USA, a CV-90 infantry fighting vehicle made in Sweden, a Stryker armored personnel carrier made in the USA, for multiple launch rocket system launchers, 75 vehicles, and 29 field artillery guns. 5 field ammunition depots were destroyed. During the week, units of the West Group of Forces continued to advance into the depths of the enemy's defense and liberated the settlement of Nevskoy in the Luhansk People's Republic. They defeated formations of a tank, 5 mechanized brigades, an assault brigade of the armed forces of Ukraine, 3 territorial defense brigades, and 2 National Guard brigades. 25 counterattacks by assault groups of the armed forces of Ukraine were repelled. The enemy lost up to 3,150 troops, 3 tanks, 9 armored combat vehicles, including 4 U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carriers, 38 vehicles, and 21 field artillery pieces, including 5 foreign-made self-propelled artillery units and 155 mm howitzers. In addition, 5 electronic and counter-battery warfare stations were destroyed, as well as 21 field ammunition depots. As a result of the actions of the units of the Southern Group of Troops, the settlement of Maximilianovka of the Donetsk People's Republic was liberated. The manpower and equipment of 7 mechanized, motorized infantry, 2 infantry, assault, airborne assault, 2 airmobile brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine, and 2 territorial defense brigades were defeated. 23 counterattacks of assault units of the armed forces of Ukraine were repelled. The enemy's losses amounted to 5,080 servicemen, 4 combat armored vehicles, 24 cars, and 22 field artillery guns, of which 11 were supplied to the Ukrainian armed forces by countries NATO. 4 electronic warfare stations and 14 field ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces liberated the settlements of Mykolivka and Krasny Yar of the Donetsk People's Republic. Formations of 7 mechanized, motorized infantry, 2 infantry, airborne assault, airborne brigades of the armed forces of Ukraine, a Marine brigade, 2 territorial defense brigades, and 2 National Guard brigades were defeated. 59 counterattacks of enemy assault groups were repelled. Over the course of a week, the losses of Ukrainian formations in this direction amounted to 3,350 servicemen, 13 combat armored vehicles, including 2 French-made VAB armored personnel carriers, 3 US-made HMMWV combat armored vehicles, and 2 Turkish-made Kirpis. 27 vehicles and 18 field artillery guns were destroyed. As a result of the actions of the units of the East Group of Forces, the settlement of Levodnoye in the Zaporizhia region was liberated. The manpower and equipment of the mechanized, motorized infantry brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, for territorial defense brigades and a National Guard brigade were defeated. 7 counterattacks of assault units of the Armed Forces of Ukraine were repelled. The enemy lost up to 790 troops, 5 armored combat vehicles, including a US-made M113 armored personnel carrier, and 33 cars. 3 French-made Caesar 155mm self-propelled artillery units and 3 Polish-made Krabs were destroyed. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces defeated formations of 3 mechanized infantry brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a Marine brigade and 3 territorial defense brigades. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 380 servicemen, 40 vehicles, and 7 field artillery guns. 2 electronic and counter-battery warfare stations, as well as 8 field ammunition depots, were destroyed. Over the course of a week, air defense systems shot down 2 long-range Neptune-guided missiles, 2 French-made Hammer-guided aerial bombs, 29 US-made Mars rockets, and 374 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. Since the beginning of the special military operation, a total of 646 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 33,793 unmanned aerial vehicles, 582 anti-aircraft missile systems, 18,735 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,476 multiple launch rocket system combat vehicles, 16,363 field artillery pieces and mortars, and 27,392 special military vehicles have been destroyed. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.